You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of nerds. Nerds!
Welcome back, everybody, to Nerds Podcast. That's Pooba. I'm Pete. It's trailer time again, and this one is a little weird because not one of these mainstream characters, not the Trinity from DC, not any of the Avengers that we're used to. This is Spider-Noir, who Ben Reilly, who was one of the alternate Spider-Men in the first Spider-Verse movie. And he shows up at the end. I believe he shows up at the end of Across the Spider-Verse as Gwen is getting her team together. But they decided to give him his own series. This is a Prime Amazon Prime series original. But this is the trailer. It's coming out May 27th. And Pooba, you said if you have MGM Plus, you get it 2 days earlier.
Yeah, so for the 8 people that have MGM Plus, they get to see it on the 25th. I'm one of those that have MGM Plus, right. So yeah, I'll be watching.
Maybe we should try to find the other 7 people then.
Yeah, listen, it's like Night of 7 Kingdoms. and he said,
you messed it up. Come on, man. Take 2. Yeah, let's watch the. So, I've never seen this with a trailer that debuted with 2 separate trailers. But we'll check it out.
Well, then, start from the beginning.
Ticks, thoughts, impulses. I manage to suppress them most of the time.
What's going on, Ben?
Wait. What the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar. And I got plastered.
What are you thinking about over there?
Bit of an existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Struck a nerve, huh?
Yeah, no, woof. Is it going to be different in black and white? Let's check it out, Pete.
So yeah, that was the I guess the twist. They gave us a trailer in the color hue, and now the black and white. Well, I guess there's going to be a huge difference because Zack Snyder's Justice League has a color version and a black and white version. So it obviously does something definitely to the look. Obviously, not to the story, but definitely to the look. Let's check it out.
You already know how it ends.
Well, then, start from the beginning.
Ticks, thoughts, impulses. I manage to suppress them most of the time.
What's going on, Ben?
Wait. What the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar.
And I got plastered.
What are you thinking about over there?
Bit of an existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Struck a nerve, huh?
Okay.
So I'll say this: it looked a little different. It looked not the look, obviously, it looked different. I saw just a couple of things that were different in each trailer. Not the biggest Nicolas Cage fan, and I get why they picked him because he did voice the character in the Spider-Verse movies, and he was. I thought he was fine. He was fine then. He's just, to me, he just comes across as a little bit of an overactor. So that's my qualm with Nicolas Cage. But yeah, listen, Spider-Man, and I think I've said this, look, a year ago we started this channel, and one of our first things that we went over was Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animated show, Disney Plus, and we spoke about the way Spider-Man moves, swinging through New York. That, to me, always looks dope. And this is no different. This is no different. It looked great. With Pua, what'd you think?
So immediately, of course, I'm curious to why they went with Ben Reilly. I could be wrong, but Ben Reilly was the Scarlet Spider.
But this is an alternate universe, though.
No, I know that. So I'm thinking of what I've read, right? The Clone Saga that was in the 90s. I'm thinking Ben Reilly there, but it's a take, right? Because it should be Peter Parker, but it's not. And I get the universe and the nature, so I like that. I like the idea of the black and white and the color, like, whatever flavor you actually want. And the color one looks like they're over coloring it, almost like this was a black and white movie that we put color onto it. So that's what it looks like. I'm trying to remember the movie, but Dick Tracy. If you remember how Dick Tracy kind of looked, like the colors were just popping out, that's what the color version looked like to me. But I do like the idea of two experiences of it. Again, I'm always curious with Spider-Man or anything Marvel not being on Disney Plus. Like, I know that there's a whole Sony thing, right? That they can't have it on Disney Plus right away.
Well, that could be the thing too, as far as you're questioning why it's Ben Reilly and not Peter Parker. It could be a rights thing. Look, they've forbid Disney, said, listen, don't even think about having any type of storyline for Miles Morales until the Spider-Verse trilogy is finished. So they hold all the cards, unfortunately. So they could have said, no, we don't want you to use Peter Parker because we don't want, maybe we don't want to confuse people. So let's just make it Ben Reilly. Because look, of course, we're going to know. You just spoke about how you know him, but the regular fans are not going to really know. So maybe they said, you know what, let's do this. And look, it happened in if you remember the Batman cartoon where the Joker looked like he had dreads, there was no Two-Face and there was no Scarecrow, and that's because the studio prevented them from using them. So these things come into play a lot because the movie was coming out. So the Dark Knight. So they didn't want them using those two characters. That's why you don't see them there. So the studios, and that's happened over the years where you see the studios interfere. That's why Venom was in Spider-Man 3, even though Sam Raimi didn't really particularly care for the character. He wanted to do it based on Sandman, and the producers forced them to use Venom. Venom, a very popular character at the time, and of course that's why the movie is not well received like the others. But it could be that. And yeah, it's coming out on Prime, Amazon Prime. Who knows when we'll get it on Disney Plus? But you got MGM, you're gonna get it 2 days earlier. So Maybe I'll be the ninth person so we can review it 2 days earlier.
I did like the way in the color version, um, the Spider-Noir looked like he's still black and white. Kind of like Hobie Brown looks so much different in the Spider-Verse movie. Like whether it's black and white or it's in this hue Technicolor that they're claiming, he still looks he's black and white when he's in the suit. And I actually absolutely love that. You're right. The swinging was like, yeah, that looks real. That looks accurate. That looks good. I'm curious to some of the other characters. I saw a guy kind of like Flame On. That could be a villain. And I saw another guy with electricity. Is that the Shocker? Is that Shocker? Could it be that? Like in that universe? Electro. Could be any of those characters. I saw some flashbacks. I think this is 1920, so probably like World War I, more than likely, in the sense of a historic way around it. But I'm curious on the storyline. I know you don't like Nicolas Cage. I actually like Nicolas Cage when he says like bastard. I actually love that scene right there. So
He's okay.
Yeah. Is he the worst actor? No.
Everybody has their actor that they don't really dig like that.
Okay. He's like the Ace Venturas of actors, I guess, in a sense where he's over animated, I guess. But no, I'm interested. Like the way this trailer looked, it sparked an interest. I don't think it was a boring interest. I think, the setting is pretty cool to get two different versions. I got to ask you, what version do you think you're going to watch?
I read a comment online regarding the trailer and it said it's probably somewhere it's against the law to not watch it in black and white. I think you kind of have to watch it in black and white. I'll be watching in black and white. I'm sure everybody's going to have their own preference, but I'll be watching in black and white.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's the route I was going to take because that's the way the character is written. That's
exactly,
the way the character is. So I'll watch it in black and white. I will probably rewatch it in color just to see if anything captures my eye.
If it's good, I can rewatch it in color.
Okay. Fair enough.
If it sucks, there's no way I'm rewatching it. But I'm interested, definitely interested. And look, anything Spider-Man, again, they show him swinging, using his abilities. I'm good with that. That's always a good watch. So can't wait for that. So thanks for checking out the the Spider-Noir Amazon Prime trailer with us, both trailers. If you have not subscribed, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for Pooba, for myself.
The worst episode ever.